Hi everyone, my name is Sandra. Welcome to today's video. So I've got a couple of things going on today with my makeup. Number one, I did try out the KVD Good Apple Foundation. So again, this has been all the rave on TikTok, on YouTube. Everyone's tried it. All of the celebs have tried it. I'm not going to do a wear test. I just want to talk to you about this foundation. I'm also using these two Colorpop palettes today together. So this is It's My Pleasure and a Lilac You a Lot. So in my recent haul, which I'll link for you guys, I showcased these, but I wanted to use them in separate videos. My favorite color is purple, and these palettes work great in tandem together. So here they both are side by side. If you like warmer, like jewel tone, kind of warmer purples, this is the palette for you. That's It's My Pleasure. And then for cooler tone purples, this is definitely the one you want to go for. I like both of them, but you have to be careful when you put them together because you don't want a maroon color with like a nice lilac color like this here. So you have to just be careful with how you play around with the purple. But as far as purple goes, these formulas are really pretty. They obviously, like Colorpop, for the price, they blend like magic. They're so good. And if you want to see my reviews and my thoughts on both of these products or all of the new products I have used, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay guys, so of course we're starting out with my serum. This is the Too Faced Plump and Prime Fancy Face Serum, and my eye cream, which is the new Inky List retinol based eye cream. I haven't really noticed a difference with this stuff yet, but I am going to continue to use it. And then just a sample from Sephora. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. So I'm going in straight with my foundation. I completely forgot to put on primer. I'm using my foundation brush. And the first time I used this foundation, I actually wasn't as impressed with it until I guess the second time. So you can see that it's going on quite well and it's not overly dark, which I thought it might be. And it literally goes on like a balm. So I feel it on my skin. I do notice it does settle into my expression lines quite a bit, but it is covering my redness and it is buildable. So that is really cool. And I'm going in with my concealer. This is Jeffree Star Magic Concealer in, I believe it's C15, but it might be C14. And I'm just using my P82 little blending brush for concealer all around my eyes. And then I just go back in with my brush and just kind of blend everything together. Eyebrows are done off screen with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and Benefit Brow Gel. And then here is where I apply my beautiful cream blush. I'm not used to wearing cream blush, but I think it went on really well. And just as a note, make sure that you always put your cream products on before you apply any powder. So then you'll see me go in with my finger and just kind of blending out my concealer a bit before powder. So this is the Hourglass Translucent Veil Loose Setting Powder. I love this stuff. It's one of my favorites, but it doesn't really set. I wouldn't advise to use it with this foundation because it didn't set very well. You really do need either a really light coverage of foundation or more powder to kind of make it stay put. So here I'm just showing you my skin and what it looks like up close. So it's looking pretty good. I'm going in with my pencil liner by Morphe in the shade Faith on the lower lash line. And this is just to tie in my purple shadow and make it look all pretty. And I'm using my Tower 28 cream blush on my lips, which is what it's meant for, and topping it with my Mineralist lip gloss by Bareminerals in the shade Trust. It's supposed to be a coral color, but I find it's more of a, it doesn't really look coral to me. But here I am going in with my Colorpop palettes. Wow, apparently I can't talk today. And I'm building up the color, so I'm starting with this medium purple in the crease. And I always use a larger brush to start with, and then I always go down to a smaller brush. So building up the color with the first shade, I'm going in and deepening up the outside crease. And I've actually got away with using some warmer tones with some more cooler tones here, but just make sure you blend really well if you do that because some of the tones within these two palettes don't really go together, so you just have to be a little careful with that.
So after applying all of the color with my E30 pencil brush, I'm just going in with this little tiny E36 blending brush and blending out the lower lash line. When I have a dark look like this, I love blowing out the lower lash line. It's one of my favorite things to do. And of course, adding my little sparkle on top. So I did like a dual sparkle where I put a shade on the middle of the lid and then a little lighter shade towards the inner corner. And it just, the more colors you add to your lid, you can see I'm going back in here to darken things up. It just seems to give the eye a bit more depth and it looks really, really good. So next I go in with my matte black liquid liner by Rare Beauty. It is called the Perfect Strokes Black Liquid Liner, and I'm just putting this in between the lashes to make the lash line look really dark. Once those lashes go on, it'll just make them look extra like fluffy and beautiful. And the mascara that I'm using today is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I always skip mascara. And of course, inner corner highlight and face highlight is with my Mary Lou by the Balm. I love this. It's my favorite highlight. It is the only product I have hit pan on to date. And then the lashes are the 3D faux mink cala lashes. And the very last step is, of course, setting my makeup with a setting spray. And I shouldn't say setting spray because it is the Rare Beauty Setting Mist, the 4-in-1. And I do like it, but I find that it does smell a little bit like cleaning product. I mean, it doesn't have that in the product itself, but it just reminds me of some type of cleaning product. And some people say it smells fresh though, so I think it is truly up to the individual.
Okay, guys, so that's it for the final look, and I'm really happy with how my makeup turned out today. So, number one, I meant to use a primer and I forgot. So, I was going to use my Becca Skin Love Priming Brighten and Blur Primer, and I didn't. So, I don't know how this is going to wear, but the first thing that I noticed when I applied this foundation, I did apply it with a brush. So, kind of my thoughts when I first heard about this is first of all, I thought it was going to be a great foundation for me because I heard it has like kind of an oily undertone base, and I have really dry skin, so I thought it would be perfect. And then I watched Kathleen Light's review video, and she kind of said meh, that she didn't really care one way or the other. It wasn't her favorite. So when I put this on, I felt number one, I knew I needed to set it with powder because it was kind of like, if you're going to go touch your face, you can feel that tackiness and that it would just kind of come off right away. That's how this is. So it's definitely balmy. It's like an aftershave balm, aftershave balm. It's just very tacky. So you need to set it down. It's almost like a concealer, I feel like. I know it has really good ingredients for your skin. They are vegan and it says skin perfecting foundation balm. So I think when they say skin perfecting, it does have that glow. So it kind of shoots off light to deflect from your skin texture and everything. And I have a little bit of skin texture, but mostly my concern is like under eye creasing because I have a lot of fine lines. I've got my deep forehead expression lines. I've got dark spots on my face. And I did build this up on my spots a little bit and it seemed to work. But the biggest thing I noticed is that it is very dewy. So if you have oily skin, I would definitely not recommend this. Do not use this because you will have a big oil slick all over your face. But for someone like me, I actually didn't even apply that much product. I dipped my brush in very, very lightly and just kind of kept dipping it in as I went. And again, I know that's not like the most sanitary process, but I am using this myself. I do clean my brushes every week, sometimes twice a week. And again, I didn't use that much product. So another thing I noticed is before I set my foundation, and even now I've set it, I did use the Veil Translucent Powder by Hourglass, but my forehead expression lines are actually developing like product is sitting in them. So it's very it does have like that oil base. So you have to use this product very lightly, I think. You have to go very light on it, but I do like the overall look it gave me. I was afraid that I picked a really dark shade, so this was medium 051, and I was afraid that it would completely not go with my neck, and it is a little bit dark for me. I did pick it based on the fact that two reasons. Everything else was sold out. Like, this was one of the only shades left. And also, I want to tan this summer. So obviously, and I'm also using self tanner now. So this color is going to go with the rest of my skin once summer hits. So that's perfect. And I I'm surprised. I thought that this compact would be smaller than it is, but it is much bigger than I thought. And it does have 0.35 ounces. So usually when you get a full size foundation, it has a full fluid ounce, so 30 milligram or milliliters, and this only has 10 grams. So there's not a lot of product in here for the price that it is. So that is something that I would say it's kind of like up to you whether you buy it. On the other hand, I think you don't use as much product rather than like a pump for formulation or a liquid, because you really don't. Like, if you use a brush, you could probably use it with your fingers as well, but I don't really like applying foundation with my fingers. I don't mind concealer, but not foundation. Overall, I really like this. I need to see how it wears. I don't wear my makeup for longer than like 5 or 6 hours a day anyway, so I can't really speak on that. And if you want a wear test, watch either Kathleen Light's. I'll link the video that she did this on. I'll link it down in the description box below. Either Kathleen Lights or Allie Glean's. They both did a wear test on this, so go ahead and watch their videos. Pretty sure Kathleen Lights has really dry skin and Allie Glean's has oily skin. So there's kind of like a combination there. You can kind of check it out and see what you think. But another product I want to kind of talk to you guys about is this little guy here. It's Tower 28. It's like a cream blush kind of slash lip gloss, lip color, I guess. Not really a lip gloss. It says buildable luminous color for cheeks and lips. Tap, tap, and blend. So I wanted to try more cream products this year. I always talk about it and I never did. And so now that all of these cream blushes are really kind of coming on the market and every single brand has like a cream blush now, it seems. I heard good things about Tower 28 from Allie Glean's. I have a couple of their lip glosses. I'm not really sold on the lip gloss yet. It's kind of like a lip oil, and I'll talk about that in my complete Sephora haul. But this product, I really like this. So I used a dual fiber blush brush. So it was the Sigma dual fiber powder blush brush, and it went on really nice. So just make sure that you don't use any powder products before you apply it, and then you can use your foundation brush to kind of like go over top and just like apply more product. I feel like blushes on me, they just fade really, really fast. And that's actually true for everybody. Blush is one of the first things that fades. And so I would highly recommend going over your cream blush with some kind of powder after, or even just like set your powder down with, or set your blush down with powder and then use the same brush and kind of tap over the powder. Just be careful, because sometimes if you apply cream product over powder, it will just kind of come off. But I really like this. I did put it on my lips as well. And then I used, ooh, another product I used was the Bareminerals Mineralist Lip Balm. I love this one. The Tower 28, I'm not too sure about yet, but the Mineralist one, so, so good. I love it. I love the scent of it. I love how it looks on the lips. This one is the shade Trust, and it's got like a little bit of sparkle to it, and it's really, really nice. So that one I would definitely recommend. And then, of course, the last two are the eyeshadow palettes. So I did a haul with these guys already, so I won't kind of talk about them too much. But the color combination between both of these palettes is really, really phenomenal. My favorite color is purple, and so that's why I picked up both palettes instead of just one. And I'm loving today's look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned, because sometime soon I will be having my complete Sephora haul. I'm still waiting on product, just to do the whole entire haul for you guys and kind of talk about my experience using everything, but tell you my thoughts on every product that I've tried. So stay tuned for that. And in order to do that, make sure you click the little bell notification button to be notified every time I upload a new video. Like this video if you did. And last but not least, I'd love if you would subscribe, join my little tiny YouTube channel. And also don't forget to click on my main channel, it's Sandra Dahl, and you can join me over there for stationery hauls and videos about bullet journaling and stationery and YouTube tips. So if that's something you're into, go ahead and check that one out, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye now.